macronutrients, we can tune into the body's intelligence, and when we do so, we'll be more attuned to the foods that nourish us, okay, and to the amounts of food that nourish us. Okay? So when we can perceive the landscape inside, okay, when we can sense vital energy versus depleted energy versus distracted energy. Okay, so the vital energy of allowing the exhalation to release with gravity. And as you release with gravity, again, we've had a long day together, we take a moment to neutralize the events of the day, okay, to let the front brain calm down and settle, and the transition period, just as it takes a period of time to go from daylight to dusk to night, the transition period from the front brain to a more somatic, a more sensory-oriented brain takes time. So with the eyes closed, give yourself permission to feel the breath as it rises up towards the chest. Okay? And with the exhalation, as the breath releases the abdomen down. So notice where the breath naturally seeks its level. Okay? Perhaps as you tune in, as you become more interested in the movement of your breath, again, I'm not telling you how to, I'm asking you to inquire, to seek. Okay? Notice whether on your inhalation the breath moves into the abdomen, does it move into the ribs, does it move into the chest. Simply notice. Okay? Notice what is. And as you begin to notice the rhythm of your breath, the space within the body that the breath seeks, that the breath goes, notice the effect that the quality of your attention as you observe the breath, the effect that's having on your mind. That as the mind begins to seek the intelligence of the body, the mind cools down, cools off. There's a time for the mind to be analytic. There's the time for the mind to seek outward, okay? And a time for the mind to go inward. And as we begin our yoga practice, okay, as you move into the dawning of the wisdom of the body, okay, the breath is the channel for that. Now in your exhalation, allow the abdomen to release. Okay? And as you inhale, gently draw the breath up in toward the chest. Okay? So a baby naturally breathes into the abdomen to enable a full, complete breath that uses the intercostal muscles, okay? A diaphragmatic breath. Okay? We draw the breath more dynamically up in toward the chest. And as you begin to draw in a deeper tidal volume, as you expand the ribs, as you lift the heart with your breath, notice if in any way the jaw, the face, the tongue tighten. Relax the jaw, the face, and the tongue. Okay? As we move into more dynamic movements, I'll repeatedly suggest that we have places in the body that we chronically tense, and can we cultivate the ability to soften, to observe when and where in an environment when we're more challenged, we begin to subconsciously tense. So soften the jaw, the tongue, the lips, the temples. Okay, take one more gentle deep breath up into the chest. Exhale completely. And then allow your eyes to open. Okay, bring the legs together. Okay, and bend your left knee and roll to your right side. Okay, and come all the way sitting up. So this morning we began lying on the back. Today in the afternoon we're going to begin a little more dynamically, but to repeat some of what we did this morning. Okay, let's begin on hands and knees. And take your hands just slightly in front of your shoulders. Okay, if you have socks, Jenny, why don't you take your socks off? Yeah. Okay, with your hands under your shoulders, turn your hands out just slightly so the arms externally rotate slightly. This will be a little easier on your shoulders. So, Todd, turn your hands out a little bit. Okay, and inhale. And as you exhale, bring the hips back towards the heels. And inhale, come forward again onto the hands and knees. Okay, and again, exhale, bring the hips back onto the heels. And inhale, come forward onto the hands and knees. Now straighten the elbows completely, okay, so the arms are absolutely straight. And exhale, keep the arms absolutely straight as you bring the hips back to the heels. And inhale again, shift your body weight forward. Now breathe up into the chest like you did lying down. And as you exhale, bring the hips back to the heels and stretch the arms fully and completely. And inhale, come forward. And exhale back. Okay, as you stretch the arms, imagine the arms beginning at the sides of your waist and at your ribs. And look up towards your hands. Look up towards your hands. Stretch the arms fully. Okay, and draw your shoulder blades away from your ears. So keep stretching the arms. That's it. Keep the elbows straight. Keep stretching the arms. Okay, and look up, look forward, and stretch the elbows. That's it, that's it. And draw the shoulder blades away from your ears. Okay, so that you feel the upper back widen. Okay, and then inhale, come forward. And now let's come into the downward facing dog. Curl your toes under. Okay, keep your feet wide and exhale, downward facing dog. Okay, so the feet quite wide. Feet wider apart than your hips. Okay, and with the feet wide, bend your knees. Everybody bend your knees. Okay, and with the knees bent, straighten the elbows completely. Okay, and with the elbows straight and the knees bent, push the floor away. Get as much extension in your back as you can. Okay, push the floor away. That's it, that's it. Okay, and as you push the floor away, breathe. Smooth, soft, deep, satisfying breaths. Okay, make the arms as straight and as strong and as